Hello, boys and girls. Guess what time it is? It's Eureka time. Today we're going to be doing lesson 13. The date today is January 15, 2021, and our goal is to get a 90% or higher on our end of module. Our objective for today says, I can ask and answer varied word problem types about a data set with 3 categories. That means we're just going to continue to answer questions about a graphs. And also, this is our last lesson for Module 3, so we will have an end of module coming up soon. Our key points. What do we need to know to be successful? Well, we need to know what data is, and data is just information that is organized so that we can use it to answer questions, just like we have been doing. And now, instead of working with tables with tally marks, we're using graphs, where it's a representation of data of the information that they collect. And we've been working with bar graphs. It compares choices by using bars, and pictographs that compares choices by using pictures to show the value. Then we also need to focus on these keywords. When you compare, you subtract. What do you do when you compare? Get ready. Yes, you subtract. And this is the minus symbol that you use when you subtract or take away. Remember, when you hear these key words, how many more, you're going to subtract. What are you going to do when you hear how many more? Get ready. Yes, subtract. When you hear how many fewer, you're going to subtract. What are you going to do when you hear how many fewer? Get ready. Yes, subtract. How are we going to be successful? Well, first, we're going to count the totals on the graph for each choice. And second, we're just going to complete the questions by using the information or the data on the graph. Remember, I need your ears listening and your eyes on this screen. You need quiet hands. You don't need anything else. Here's a graph I made yesterday after talking to some of the kids in my neighborhood. I asked what they like to do in the snow, and the graph shows how they answered my question, as you can see. I titled my graph Favorite Things to Make with Snow. The snowy day activities that I had them choose from was snow angels, snowmen, or snow forts. And these, each little square represent a student. The graph shows how they answered my question. What do you notice that is different from the graphs we used in our last lesson? Say one thing. Get ready. Yes, right? Like the starting point is at the bottom of this graph now. Yesterday we started our graphs from the top, if you remember. Today they're built like towers, but it's still following the rules. There's no overlaps, no gaps, and they have the same endpoints. Ready? And what's the same? Name one thing. Get ready. Yes, that they both tell us information and it's organized, and that each square represents one student. Let's answer some questions now based on the graph. How many students prefer building a snowman? So, what is the question asking us about? Is it asking us about snow angels? Get ready. No. Is it asking us about snowmen? Get ready. Yes. So, the question is asking us about snowmen, and it's saying how many students prefer building a snowman. So, all we have to do to answer this question is look at snowmen and count each square. Count with me. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, how many students? Get ready. Yes, 10 students. Next question. How many more, keyword right there, children prefer making the snowman over building a fort? So first you can see the keyword in yellow. How many more? Which means we're going to subtract. What are we going to do? Get ready. Yes, subtract, which is minus. So now we need to know what we're looking at. So it says, how many more children prefer making the snowman over building a fort? So we're only looking at snowmen and snow forts. So we know we have 10 for snowmen and there's only 2 for snow forts. So we're going to take away. So we would put 10 minus 2 equals, what is 10 minus 2? Get ready. Yes, 8. And if we would draw the line right here on the 2, we would know that there's 8 more students that voted for building a snowman. So our answer is 8 students. How many more? Here we have our keyword again. So what are we going to do, boys and girls? Get ready. Yes, subtract. So how many more children prefer making a snow angel over building a fort? So we're only looking at snow angels and snow forts. So we know there was 3 students that voted for building snow angels and only 2 for building a snow fort. So that means we're going to have 3 and we're going to take away 2. What is 3 minus 2? Get ready. Yes, 1. Or we could also draw the line and we would know there's 1 more student that preferred building snow angels. So 1 more student. How many total children took this poll? Keyword right here is total. And this time it wants you to put together all the votes because they want to know how many children I asked. So for that, we need to put together this number of snow angels, the number of snowmen, and the number of snow forts. So we're going to add 3 plus 10 plus 2. Remember that you could go ahead and just count all the squares to get your answer, or we could also do this. 3 plus 2 is 5. So what's 5 plus 10? Get ready. Yes, 15. So 15 students took this survey. Ready? How many students liked making snow angels and snow forts? So here we're talking about snow angels and snow forts. But here we're not comparing because we do not have a keyword of how many more or how many fewer. It just wants to know how many students like making both of these activities. So we're only looking at these 2 activities only, and they want us to put it together to see how many students chose these 2 activities. Well, here we have 3 and here we have 2. So this time it's going to be 3 plus 2 more. What's 3 plus 2? Get ready. Yes, 5. So 5 students enjoy these 2 activities. Now, thank you for listening, boys and girls, and participating. Have your Module 2 and 3 Learn book ready. Open to Lesson 13, page 269, should be the last lesson on our book. Our must-do problems for today will be 1 through 5. Go ahead and press pause if you need to find the page, and I will see you in our live session.